Good morning. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is March the 24th, 2021. This is a Facebook Live video. It's early in the morning, and as normal, my videos are live, unscripted, unedited, no propaganda. I give it to you straight from the mouth. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. I seek your support to become the new Local 1000 president. Now, today's live video is going to talk about what I said yesterday about how white people, the majority of our union, have been discriminated against. And I'm going to take my time and I'm going to explain this to you. First, our union, well, let me say this. I'm not for the dues paying members only. All the other candidates are running and they tell you they're for the members. I'm the only candidate, Richard Lewis Brown, in this 2021 election for Local 1000 president that tells you I'm for all represented employees. Some people can't afford to pay money right now because of the current POP. Some couldn't afford to pay it before the current POP, 2 days of pay loss, for a whole fiscal year. Other people are not paying dues to the union because they're not going to support the politics of Local 1000. And they are absolutely right to do that. The union should not be involved in politics. So I'm the only candidate that tells you we should not be involved in politics. All right. These other candidates tell you, well, we got to take care of the members first and blah, blah, blah. Let me say this for you again. When these other candidates tell you that the primary job of the union is to take care of its, quote, members and not all of its represented employees, that's wrong. The only job of Local 1000 is to ensure that all represented employees have the greatest contract, their wages are secure for a specified period of time, and they have quality job representation from bad behaving, self-serving, egotistical supervisors. That's it. There's nothing else. There is no social justice. There is no racial justice. Everyone has an opinion about racial issues in our country. Everyone has an opinion about social justice issues in our country. Everyone has an opinion about open borders, fight for 15. A union is supposed to bring people of all races, all ethnicities, because some people say we're all just all part of the human race, but bring us all together regardless of our differences for money and respect in the workplace. That's it. That's it. Now, going back to the white people. The majority of our union are white people. But with our current contract, the cover, I don't see a lot of white people on this cover. Again, I don't see a lot of white people on this cover. They're underrepresented. This is not factual. It's not factual. If you go to our website, someone pointed this out to me yesterday. You go to our Local 1000 website, you see minorities all over. You see an underrepresentation of white people. Let me take this issue a little darker, a little deeper, and darker. Some people would say, and I'm not saying this, but some people would say that this is reverse racism. That's what some people would say. What I would say to you is this. I'm going to treat everyone with fairness and respect. Equal love for all 96,000 represented employees. We're not going to discriminate against you. I'm just checking to make sure that someone's not texting me. Okay, so I'm for fairness and respect. As a black man in America, I want to be treated with fairness and respect. And I don't want to be accused of being angry when I'm passionate and I have a deep voice and I got little black beady eyes. I'm not trying to scare anyone. This is just who I am. But I'm not a threat to society. I want to be treated with fairness and respect. Now, here's the telling part about some people. I tell you, I want to be treated with fairness and respect. Then I must show you that equal respect, that equal fairness. And I can't side with people who look like me against you when it's not right. And what is right, what is wrong is wrong. You do not tell people they have to pay a poll tax, a membership fee to vote. If people want to become members of our union and pay money to keep our union strong so we can get quality contracts and provide quality job representation, absolutely. I will tell you, you do that. But what I would tell you is the extra benefits of being a member should not include voting or job stewardship. Here, I'll bring this to you real world. Last weekend, they had this board of directors meeting. 15 to 18 policy file proposals. Most of them, hardly any of them got heard. All what they were trying to do is get more voice for people. My 10-point platform, quote, make everyone a job steward. Here's the brochure. That's what I'm doing. Make everyone a job steward. Make everyone have the right to vote in our union. Create a 2-term limit for all elected positions, not just for statewide leadership. Because when you just try to put term limits on the statewide leadership, but you don't put term limits on them DLC presidents and them bunk chairs, then you'll keep getting the same status quo behavior. Now, last weekend, they tried to do something else. They were trying to challenge the power of the current president. They've had all these years to challenge the power of this current president. Last weekend should have been about one thing, and I'm going to make someone smile when I say this. The only thing that them DLC presidents and them bunk chairs should have been discussing last weekend is how the hell to end this PLP right now. That's what they should have been talking about last weekend. Just being honest. This is just a real live video. But let me send this message to these people who appear to be trying to help you. Appearances are fake in our union. The only person that's giving it to you real is Richard Lewis Brown. Quote, Richard the Real. The only thing our union should be concerned about is stopping this POP right now. In fact, some people say our pay raise, 2.5% for July 1st, 2020, we need it retro paid. Some people say, why are we not guaranteed to get our pay raise this year, 2% on July 1st, 2021? Why is this big speculation that we'll have to wait to get our whole 7% next year? 2.5 for July 1st, 2020, 2% for July 1st, 2021, and then our scheduled 2.5 for July 1st, 2022. Added up 7% all next year. All these billions of dollars that the California state government has. You know why we have so much status quo in our union? Because we have voter discrimination. I'm going to say the word correctly. Voter discrimination, voter suppression. And who is being violated the most of this voter discrimination and voter suppression? White people. White people. Now, I'm from Missouri, and I'm going to tell it the way it is. White people in California are more cultured, they're more educated, they're more sophisticated. They're not going to tell you everything they're feeling. But I'm from Missouri, or some people say the South, because we had slaves. Okay. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not trying to win the vote. I'm telling you who I am and what I'm going to do for you, and how I'm going to address the status quo, and how the status quo by this voter discrimination and voter suppression, because what you're basically doing is when you discriminate against almost half the union, you're silencing their vote. You're silencing their voice. They have no voice. And that way, And then when they call and try to ask you things, Yvonne Walker, you ignore these people. How many calls do I have to take from CDCR, state employees, that tell me that they're being ignored by Yvonne Walker? I take the calls during the day. I take them in the evening. I take them late at night because some people work around the clock. Why is she ignoring these people? Why is she discriminating against the majority of white people in our union? What's going on here with this? We're not stronger together with this discrimination. That's stronger together political motto from SAIU in DC. That's garbage. It's garbage. We don't have real leadership. Hell, we've never had a real leader in Local 1000. If you ask some people, I think these people were right. So when I do these live videos and I say, Yvonne Walker, come debate me, she'll never debate me because she's not a real leader. And when I state that she was never a real Marine, maybe someone can look it up to tell me if she actually served in the Marine Corps. Maybe they can find her DD 214. She wasn't willing to die for the country. It was just a job to her. You think she's willing to die for you to fight to protect your wages right now? You think she's willing to die for you to get your money back? Now, someone said this to me. I don't know how true it is. They said, how much is Governor Gavin Newsom, I call him Gavin, how much is he paying her? Now listen, I don't know if she's being paid by him or her family members or her friends and she gets kickbacks. I don't know. What I do know is integrity. I have the integrity. When these other people tell you they have the integrity and they're going to fight, listen to these people on Facebook when they tell you if you don't pay money to the union, then you shouldn't be able to vote. That's discrimination. These people don't find the majority of the union as being their equal. This is wrong. And to make this, I can't stress this to you enough. To have a black woman, an African-American woman in a position of power discriminating, she's a Democrat. See, and this is why sometimes Democrats are called hypocrites. Now, I've been calling these Local 1000 leaders hypocrites. I see you. I see the comments. Gina Madrid, she should be meeting with the governor to get her back, to get back what the employees lost. Gina, you're absolutely right. So when that person made a comment to me yesterday about how much money she's getting paid to not get her money back, or why she gave her money up, I don't know. What I do know is we have voter discrimination, voter suppression against the majority of people in our union who are white people. And a lot of these white people hate the fact that our union is involved in politics that goes against their core beliefs. Now look, to have a union, you must be unified. You cannot have these hot button issues being discussed in the union. It's going to cause great divide. If you think that I'm lying, if you think that I'm delusional, then look at the damn country. Our country is split down the middle. And yet I'm told that I'm the one that's angry and delusional. And I'm telling you, we got to get out of politics. We can't afford to pay $15 million a year to International in DC. If you allowed everybody to vote in this union and that people had faith in the voting process, which I talk about in my platform, when I become the president, we're going to have a transparent voting process. We're going to remove all hints of corruption and cronyism. And let me go on record today and tell you that when I become president, I'm only going to serve 2 terms. And I'll put it in writing. I've already put it in writing. It's already right here. And these other people are not going to give you anything in writing. So when these people tell you, oh, they're for, creating a better union, well, they don't say create. Create's my word. They say change our union. These people are not going to change anything. If you want to show some change, stop the discrimination against the majority of the people in the union, the white people. And they're being discriminated against by a black person. And that's why sometimes I get a little emotional, because it's wrong. I wouldn't want no one to discriminate against me because of the color of my skin. I'm going to keep saying this. In fact, I kind of said it here I said it right here. Let's create excellence by thinking outside the box, challenging the status quo, and promoting transparency for accountability based on voting rights, equality for everyone represented by Local 1000. This was printed in August of 2020. I put my stuff in writing. All these other people come behind me and try to take my stuff and spin it. If people don't feel appreciated and feel respected, then they have a tendency to not want to vote. They have the tendency to say, why should I pay money to this union who doesn't care about me? And how many people do you hear say this about Local 1000? On Facebook, on Twitter, in the workplace, through emails. The union doesn't care about me. The union just takes my money. What am I getting for my money? Why am I paying money to this damn union? I don't want to rejoin this union until I see, quote, change. You know, there's people on Facebook that I argue with all the time. First, you must vote. I've offered to pay people's membership so they could vote. Someone accused me of saying, oh, well, Richard, you know, that's unethical. You're trying to pay for my vote. Did I tell this person on Facebook, I'm paying for your vote to vote for Richard Lewis Brown for president to create a new culture? Did I say that? See, this is the kind of tricks that these people on Facebook think that they're running. You can't run that trick on me. Don't try to hustle me with that BS complicated game. It's just BS. That's why these leaders won't debate me on Facebook or anywhere, because I'll catch them in their lies. See, when you tell the truth, you don't have to worry about someone calling you out. When you lie, when you bend the truth, MTC, Sophia Perkins, Annika Walls, Kevin Manager, Mr. Tony Owens, hat hustling Tony Owens, that used a company credit card for his own personal use. And then she took the credit card back from him. And then he couldn't go to the meetings on time. And then he wants to be in charge as the VP of bargaining. And he can't even go to the meetings on time if he goes to the meetings. And he has no financial responsibility. And he makes over $100,000 a year. And Kevin Manager makes over $100,000 a year. But yet they ask you for campaign donations. But let me slow down. I don't want to go on a rant. But you can see how fast I'm giving it to you. They don't want this action from me because they got stuff to hide. They're not telling you the truth. They'll tell you what they want you to know. Remember when I asked about the board of directors agenda? And they gave me that runaround, Annika Walls, Cindy Doyle, this person that calls herself or himself Tammy Yammy. We don't know who this person is. This person could be working for Russia for all we know. They would not give the agenda. They pointed me to their website, to MTC's campaign website for the synopsis. I'm not asking you for a synopsis. I'm asking you for the whole truth and nothing but. But they refused to do that. And then when I got it, then they came on later on Friday night, Annika Walsh, and she sent me the agenda. After I got the agenda and posted it on Facebook for everyone. And you know I'm challenged on certain things when it comes to this tech stuff. So, you know, I had to work around the clock to get that thing posted. So this is what it is. And I'm going to keep doing these live Facebook videos. And I'm going to keep exposing these people. But today's video was backing up what I said yesterday. The majority of our people in Local 1000 are white people. And most of them are non-members because they're being discriminated and their voices are being silenced. Trust me, if they were allowed to vote, we would have the largest voter turnout in history. And this status quo leadership wouldn't be around. So I see here it says, everyone should have access to the agenda. You shouldn't have to ask for it. Well, that's a great point. But those DLC presidents don't really represent their people of their DLC. The DLC presidents, I'm glad you asked that, Gina. The DLC presidents and the bunk chairs, they represent themselves. They are not representing their, quote, members. They don't care about them. The only thing they care about is getting reelected. Just ask Harold Fong and Cindy Doyle. They ran unopposed. They love power. They serve as DLC presidents with no term limits. Hell, Harold Fong's been the area trustee for Sacramento County Board of Education since 2000. He doesn't serve in term limits for DLC president or in his personal life. But yet, he was supporting term limits for the statewide officers. See, that's the kind of BS, that's the kind of hypocrisy that I call these people out on. Their BS, their hypocrisy, their lies. They're not trying to really change anything. All they're trying to do is put things in a position to benefit themselves. That's all they're trying to do. I'm the only person that gives it to you real. And that's why they won't debate me. Here's what I'll say. I'm going to win this election. And when they tell you that I can't get anything done because I need the board's approval, you watch me. I mean, today is March 24th, 2021. It's a little after 6:30. I guarantee you, everything that I say that I'm going to do for Local 1000, it will get done. I guarantee you this. Don't let these other naysayers and negative thinking people who can't think outside the box tell you what I can't get done. They're wrong. They've been wrong, and they've been part of this problem of the status quo since the time they became dues-paying members of this Local 1000. Again, last weekend should have been about stopping this POP. What the hell's taking so long? And let me say this. When this recall goes through, and I'm the president on July 1st, 2021, Gavin Newsom, don't look for Local 1000 to help you. You'll never see us ever again. Ever again. Not you, not no other Democrat or Republican or any other politician. See, I'm not lying. I tell you that on my first platform point. We will get out of politics altogether, and I'm going to reduce your dues by 50%. People say, well, how's he going to do that? How's he going to do that? The board has to vote on it. You watch me. Just like I'm doing these live videos now, when I become president, every day I'm going to be on video, and you're going to be watching my behavior. And when I talk to these DLC presidents, they're going to be on video. And if they refuse to go on video, then you watch how I go at them. Because we're going to have some accountability in Local 1000. Starting with its leader, Richard Lewis Brown. I'm going to be on video every day. I'm going to be visiting every work site, every prison. I'm not going to turn my back on you. The only thing that I'm going to do is give you my 100% intensity. And you'll never say that Richard Lewis Brown didn't give you his all. Now, you can talk about these other so-called leaders and all the BS they give you. I'm not going to give you no BS. I'm going to get you your money back. And I'm going to get your respect in the workplace. These crazy acting bosses. Okay. So I've been going for a little bit. This has been a really live video. And it's always fun. I love to see people's comments. And I'm going to do some during the day. I'm going to do some in the evening. I'm going to do some on the weekends. I'm going to do some at 2 or 3 in the morning. So if you have any people, say employees who work the midnight shift and they have access to Facebook, contact me, 408-207-2339. I'll do a Facebook Live anytime. Because remember, I'm on record. I'm always around to help you. Okay, thank you so much. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. I seek your support to become the new Local 1000 president. Today is March 24th, 2021. And let's make it a great day in the state of California. Thank you.